Hi, everybody.
I'm looking at my phone.
Yes, he is.
Because I was conversing with some of our VIPs in between.
That's good. So people are already in there chatting?
Yes.
That's a good thing. Hi. Oh, your computer's on. So we're going to hear an echo here for just a second. Oh, boy. That's a good thing. Oh, my gosh. It's true. If it's not one thing, it's another. Carol, you made it. I'm so excited that you're here. Wow.
I see PLJ and
oh my gosh, all kinds of good friends.
Mr. and Mrs. PLJ.
Well, I'm so glad you're all here, that you made it into the waiting room, that you saw the countdown.
Oops.
I know. I have to do it this way. It is.
Left-handed mug.
Happy Sunday Fun Day.
Lots of news to catch up on.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm in my Barbie pink. That is a segment for a later point in the show.
Okay.
Right. Carol, I'm so happy that you finally made it in. That's absolutely awesome. And everybody else, Michelle, Deborah, PLJ, Dawn, who am I missing? Who else is in there? LaDawn, yay, Glenna. Hi, girls.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday to Glenna's unicorn, Milo.
Oh, I saw that. Always wanted a
belated
unicorn. Very, very cute. Fun. Well, we hope you've had a good weekend so far. We have a jam-packed show, just all kinds of fun things to show you. And I must say a big thank you to my friend Dawn. She gave me this lipstick color yesterday. Oh. She said, Happy National Lipstick Day. I said, I read it was National Lasagna Day. She said, no, it's a different L. It's Lipstick Day. So she gave me a new color and I love it. Thank you, Dawn.
We did have a happy hour dinner with PLJ and Dawn.
Yes, we did. And it was awesome. And we were home nice and early. So everybody could get back to their binge watching and we weren't going to bed on a full stomach.
As much of a workaholic as John is. So he's always worried going out to dinner because it'd be too late. And he said, how's like 6? And we're like,
no, he said 5:30.
We said, how about 5?
He's like, oh, I love them even more now. Yeah, it was a good time.
Well, we're in Naples.
You have to comply.
Dinner's at 3.
Dinner's wherever you want it to be. And so is dessert, I've decided. See, I love this color. It's leaving a very pretty little mark on Glenna's mug.
So I know you're probably going to share later our exercise of the day.
Oh, well, actually, I was going to show it a little bit later, but now that you mention it, let us show you what we went out and did this morning. I'm not in this particular video, but
because she took it.
Yes, because I'm the one who actually took the video.
Who could that belong to? No, we don't know. They closed. We'll never know.
So there you go. That was our little adventure in the kayak this morning, and it really was a lot of fun. And here's another shot of the 4 of us when we went out in our Hobie Cats. And the only reason when they said, hey, you guys want to go kayaking? I said, since it's a pedal kayak, I think I can handle it. Not so much if I were having to row the boat.
Or put your arms too high, right?
Exactly. So this worked out beautifully. It was a gorgeous day. It was so hot in the beginning. There was absolutely no breeze at all. But then as soon as we rounded the corner and went under the bridge and started coming back the other way, we got a really, really nice breeze. So it was good exercise.
Once again, everybody's saying, wait a minute, didn't you just have surgery?
Yes, I know. I kept my arms down. I could put them up when I got to school. What's the movie reference?
You know the movie.
I know. A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
I know it has nothing to do with July, but anyway. So we wanted to tell you a little bit more. I have had, and I actually shared this last night with our friends, that I've had the most wonderful exchange with my surgeon via text. And it was so interesting because he said, you really should be taking this, and you should be taking this, and you should be taking this. And I said, wow, this is such good information. And our generation is, I think, made up of sponges
Mhm.
of people who are just wanting to soak in the information, right? Because we all want to live long, healthy lives, and we've learned so much more than our parents and their parents and their parents before them ever knew, with all the evolution of, you know, the medicines that are out there. And so I said, you really need to, not only, he's written a book called The Riker Regimen, but I said, you need to align yourself with a company that puts out all these great ingredients and vitamins and powders, because we would be saying, we're all asking, okay, what do we take? How much do we take? Where do we get it? What's the source? Is it safe? And it's all about non-GMO and get organic and vegan and gluten-free and all those sorts of things. So you'll be impressed that I asked him about our Sunday sponsor. And I said, what do you think of this company out of California called Micro Ingredients? He said, good company, good quality. Just try to get organic as much as you possibly can. So I wanted to put this up here again, just to remind you, if you have not checked out this company. I was just so excited that it sort of got the stamp of approval from my surgeon. And so I'll put the link in the comments so that you're able to go and shop there and see that one on the bottom. The second one from the left on the bottom row, it's called beef gelatin. That one is sort of a brand new thing that people are now talking about.
And you use it every day.
I'm putting it now, a scoop of it in my coffee. And you would think, beef gelatin. It is actually a thickening agent that you can use when you're cooking. So whether you're baking or cooking or doing soups and you need a little bit of extra thickener, but also it's made up of proteins and collagen that are really good for your hair, skin, and nails, also for your bones and joints, and for gut health. So I was all about this. And so I put in another order for that. So I'm going to be on my second bag of that. But yeah,
Already?
I put it in my coffee, and then you take a little mixer and you mix it up and it froths. So it's almost as though you've made a cappuccino, and it really is flavorless. So you can still do, a healthy cappuccino. I still cheat and use a little bit of cream. Don't tell, but I got to have a little bit of that flavor. But anyway, that's something to know. So I have to catch up with everybody. Deborah's weighing in. Hey, Deborah. Happy Sunday Fun Day. Everybody's saying hi to each other. That's awesome. I know you all have become such good friends throughout this whole show that it's fun for everybody to kind of visit and keep in touch. Especially, you can do so via the show, and then you can also do so via Facebook. So that is a sponsor for...
Signs of all kinds.
Yes, signs of all kinds. So let's go into your favorite and our favorite segment, and then we'll talk about the next favorite segment. So here we go. This first one is compliments of Karen R.
I like it. I like it already.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Did everyone pick up some yoga pants?
Oh, I thought you said Yoda.
Oh, yoga. Very nice, Karen. I had to look at that a couple times to figure out what was funny about it. And then I realized, yoga, Yoda, Yoda, yoga.
Yeah, weird pants.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Poor pants.
So thank you, Karen. Our next one is from Chris V. Thanks, Deborah. I appreciate that. Yes, in my Barbie pink. Today, I plan on being as useless as the G in lasagna. Oh, that's very good. Yeah. Just kind of a do nothing kind of day.
It's a good goal to be useless. Just
Yes.
fly under the radar.
Exactly, right? Useless as the G in lasagna. Also good. Our next one is also from Chris V. And it says, I said to myself, and I knew it was me because I recognized my voice and I was wearing my underwear. Today is going to be a good day.
Setting the bar low.
I know. See? Like the G in lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chris. Really good ones. Our next one is from Connie M. And I got a big kick out of this one too.
That's right, dear. Our ancestors had tails.
See?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just funny to think about. Yeah.
The double entendre.
Your ancestors had tails.
Remember, you couldn't walk that far unless you had the really long cord.
Mm-hmm. And then we got savvy and we put even longer cords on it because you used to be able to change them out.
Right.
So I'd wrap around and close the door and
right.
have all these late night calls.
Because if you had a call from like a potential girlfriend. You don't want the whole family hearing it.
That's right. That's right. Connie brought us this one too. Wow, you're really rocking those white pants. These are my legs. Yes, not very nice. Look closer. White pants. Thank you, Connie M. Our next one is from Janice M. I don't think there's any relation. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay. Drive slow and see our little town. Drive fast and see our little jail.
I
do like that.
I know. Very, very, very good. So too funny. All right. Our next one is also from Janice M. She finds some good ones just like Chris and Connie do. When a woman says what, it's not because she didn't hear you. She's giving you a chance to change what you said.
I get it.
See, that's a smart woman. Pause a little too long. So he says, that's not going to go over very well. Thanks, Janice. Okay, this one is fantastic. You'll remember this one. It's about 2 months old.
Okay.
But you'll remember this. I think I might have shared it with you. So I gave credit to Dad Kroll for this one.
Okay.
He passed it around the family in an email. So it goes like this. Why seniors never change their password. Windows. Okay, you get to be user, okay? I'll be Windows.
Okay.
Okay, so why seniors never change their password. Windows. Please enter your password. User.
Cabbage.
Windows. Sorry, the password must be more than 8 characters. User.
Boiled cabbage.
Windows. Sorry, the password must contain 1 numerical character. User.
1 boiled cabbage.
Windows. Sorry, the password cannot have blank spaces. User.
50 damn boiled cabbages. Now I know why you had me do this.
Windows. Sorry, the password must contain at least 1 uppercase character. User.
50 damn, all caps, boiled cabbages.
Windows. Sorry, the password cannot use more than 1 uppercase character consecutively. User.
50 damn boiled cabbages shoved up your ass if you don't give me an access now.
Windows. Sorry, that password is already in use.
By everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I have read that so many times and it makes me laugh every single time. That's one that you may want to go back and watch this video again just so that you can screenshot those 2 pages right there.
And you know what? I bet everybody, I might use that as my next password.
50 damn boiled cabbages shoved up your ass if you don't give me access now.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Yes, because Windows will come back and say, you must contain at least 1 special character. Oh my gosh. So Dad, thank you very much for that contribution. I'm sure it will be used again and again by a lot of people.
Let the record show. Judy always makes me do this if there's a swear word.
This is true. All right. And also from the family member. This one is from Dear Uncle Dave. Oh, you get this one too.
Of course I
You
do.
get this one too.
If men are from Mars and women are from Venus, I assume those other, quote, genders were pulled out of Uranus.
You laugh too much getting through them. We can't hear it.
I know.
Read it again.
All right. If men are from Mars and women are from Venus, I assume these other genders were pulled out of Uranus.
There you go. Thank you very much, Uncle Dave. Yeah, when we read it, I know it had a nice effect, didn't it? When you share the love. All right, our next one is in the things that make you go, and Chris B contributed this one. When your boss asks for proof you're in the hospital.
Oh, that's English.
Must be English. So look at it closely and you can see. I mean, it looks pretty good until you realize those are Apple earpods connected to cords, connected to the hand with a Band-Aid. Pretty clever. Pretty clever. I couldn't run that one last week. It was just too soon. You know, having been in the hospital and everything.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
And exercising the very next day.
Signs of all kinds. Round of applause all around. Isn't that fun? Those were, I thought you might like those. Those were good ones this week. Okay, so from the other category that we were talking about, in the category or new segment, I should say, what have you seen lately?
Yes.
And Paul came up with that one. So he said, wait, you're putting up, what have you seen lately? We haven't really seen anything new. And I said, yeah, but a lot of our friends have. So this is what's been going on.
The Barbie movie.
It's the Barbie movie. It's all about the Barbie movie. I have 3 friends who've been to the Barbie movie. Everybody gets all dressed up in Barbie pink. They even went to the salon, the nail salon, and got Barbie pink toes and fingernails. It was a birthday party. So that was what my friend Ellen did. It was a whole Barbie theme. But I thought you'd really get a kick out of this because I saw this on the internet. And this is from the Golden Lovers Club, meaning golden retrievers. So I think this was English too. And I can't remember now what the reason was, but they put all these little golden lab or golden retriever puppies in this big car. And they're having a good time. Big yawn.
Or is he eating something?
Yeah, I think it was a yawn. But I don't know if you saw this one. I think it was on Instagram. And there were a couple of people who forwarded it because we know some lovers of golden retrievers.
And that's a sweet ride.
I know. Yeah. And I was thinking, it was say, okay, I'm bored now. When can I get out of this mobile? So what have you seen lately? Did you go to the Barbie movie? Or are you not going to go to the Barbie movie?
I'm not going to
go. I think,
yes.
Actually, it's funny because Ellen, I know, isn't that cute? Ellen had, as I said, her whole birthday theme, her birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday, Elle, a day early. But her birthday theme yesterday was all about Barbie and pink. So they went, everybody gathered at the house. They all went to get manicures and pedicures after they had breakfast, probably with pink-filled jelly donuts. Then they were going to lunch. And then they were going to see the movie. And then they were going to go home. And I wished I'd had a picture because they FaceTimed me. And they passed the phone around to see everybody's outfits. Oh my gosh. Ellen was in this big poofy shirt and she had Miss Barbie USA banner across the front. I said, and then they passed it to her daughter. And I said, Stephanie, did she go buy that for herself or did you buy that and make her put it on? And Ellen jumped into the lens of the camera. I wouldn't buy this. I would go shop. I said, oh, I can only see you going shopping and trying this thing on and all the women around the dressing room going, does she think that looks good? Is she really going to wear that out? No, everybody would have known that she was going to the Barbie movie. I think it's becoming a cult.
It's been it is a cult. It's you appropriately said it was kind of like the Frankenfurter movie.
Yes. What was it called? Rocky Horror Picture Show. When everybody went dressed up.
They get dressed up and throw things at the screen, stuff like that. But this, it's a blockbuster, right? Like it's already passed down in the million.
Has it really?
I think so.
Well, as I say, it's a cult movie. So yeah. I was trying to figure out. We saw the previews when we went to see Mission Impossible. I guess that was just last week. But I still couldn't figure out what the story was.
Well, Mission Impossible would be going to the Barbie movie.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't think Brian went. But I did see that Ellen's girls dragged their husbands along.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because they passed around the phone. I was going to put the video up and show you because I couldn't be there. Yeah. And so they passed the phone around and they had done a video and all of them, and they passed with the back row and all of them said, hi, Barbie, hi, Barbie, hi, Barbie. And then afterward they called me and that's when we were FaceTiming and I had on this shirt and everybody said, oh, look, she's wearing Barbie pink. I said, of course. And then I had some leftover flowers from so many of the arrangements that I had gotten last week after the surgery. And I started saving all of the flowers that still looked fresh and put all the pink carnations closest to the front. So it looked like it had this big pink bouquet, all in honor of Elle. Just too fun. So wondered what you've seen lately and if you want to share with the class. Let's see what we can do about getting you one, Carol. She wants one of the puppies. Wow, a lot of work. We'll do it someday, but probably a little dog, like Dolly, like PLJ and Dawn's Dolly, a little one. So that was our experience when it came to kind of thinking about what have you seen lately and what do you want to see next?
And speaking of PLJ.
Speaking of PLJ, okay, you get to set this up. So this is really fun. And this is something that we would love for everyone to be able to take part in. It's part of the whole Patreon experience. And so we did our weekly Patreon call, weekly Patreon call for the VIP patrons this weekend. And then we had a little surprise, but we have some video to show of what the fun was all about. So you'd get a feel for what it's like if you join. Okay. All right. So this is everybody kind of coming on board to join the Zoom call. Deborah's here. All right. And Michelle's here too. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, guys.
Are you able to hear us?
Do you have your...
Oh, maybe. I always forget to do that, don't I? There we go.
Now we can probably hear you.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, Logitech. Okay, cool. So, happy Saturday.
Happy. Happy Saturday, guys.
Yes.
Happy Saturday.
Did you have a good week so far?
Yes.
Good.
Any news?
My Jason got a job at the Eaton Company, and we're so happy about that.
That's
Awesome.
great.
Yeah. How you feeling, Judy?
I'm hanging in there. I really am.
Right,
I'm
more
feeling
than-
pretty good.
More than hanging in there. Her recuperative powers continue to astound everybody. like
Yeah, I don't know. People say don't overdo it. So I get that too. I just hate to sit still for too long and let things settle in. I'm actually trying to do some arm exercises, up over your head, because I think things get really stiff under your arm and across your chest just from all the pulling and tugging and sewing and stitching. So I don't have as good a range of motion, but Paul said, this would be a good time for you to shoot a recovery video for people who are wanting to either get back into exercise or are recovering from some kind of surgery or accident. And so that, typical Zoom call, right? It's not necessarily professional, but we have had such a good time being in the VIP patron lounge, we call it.
And we're not going to show everything, but no holds barred.
No holds barred.
Anything goes, and we had some fun discussions.
Yeah, we did. And we had some fun surprises too. So this is another little snippet of an experience that you can have if you and Carol missed it. Carol, I saw you see that you're going to try to make the next one. We'll make sure that you're privy to everything that's going on and when they're all happening. But here's part 2. Saturday surprise for you though. This is our Saturday surprise. We want you guys to meet
In person.
PLJ.
Good morning.
PLJ is at the Turtle parking lot. Hi, John.
Good morning.
The infamous PLJ.
Surprise,
Here we
surprise,
are.
surprise.
Here we are.
Here we are. And I invited his lovely wife, Dawn, to join us on the Zoom call as well.
It's
Good
like
morning,
a Donnie
Dawn.
and Marie.
There you go.
Good morning. Right. Up
Oh
close
wow,
and
she didn't
personal.
tell me she was
Love
going to
it.
join.
And there's little Dolly.
Dolly.
Yep, little doggy Dolly.
Or Dolly Cakes as PLJ calls her.
So then that was our Saturday surprise. We didn't tell anybody ahead of time that we were going to have a special guest or two on the show. So they were invited into the Zoom and they participated. And John, with the Turtle parking lot sign behind, kind of gave everybody an update on what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had some other fun discussions because then Paul, in his infinite wisdom, came up with another, I guess, segment, if you will, of our Zoom call.
But first, I want to say this. When you're on a Zoom call in the Zoom lounge, you can ask us anything.
Yeah.
But if nobody's getting the ball rolling, I usually do something controversial. So we were asking everybody on the call, did they have a favorite, guest on the shopping channels? And then maybe the one that was not so much your favorite. And I laughed out loud at some of
We
these.
did. We laughed out loud because everything is just off the cuff, complete surprise. And we didn't limit. Paul didn't say, now it had to be a guest from this era or it had to be a guest from this channel. So anybody could say anything. And so this is what happened next.
We'll start this one off by saying Michelle did say who her favorite was.
Yes.
And that was, of course, Donny Osmond. And
Yes.
she's seeing him twice this
She saw him
weekend.
last night.
Yeah, last night. And then
So that'll
Tuesday.
be fun on their next Zoom call to find out what that was all
But I
about.
said, what about one? Not so much.
Yeah. Not so much.
Confessions, of course, you being from the inside, what guess maybe not so much for you?
Oh, Frankie Avalon. Ugh.
Hey, don't hold back. Laugh at it every time.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. That was so funny. And she, you know, there wasn't a lot of space in between you when you asked that question. Just popped into her head, popped out of her mouth.
Oh my God, it reminds me, it's so
That
fun.
was so funny.
It was hilarious. But I had a flashback after she said that, because when my first job out of college, I was selling Owens Corning fiberglass.
Oh.
And I was the young guy, and all the other people in my office were, 10, 20-year veterans of the company.
Sure.
And they had such zingers. Like if I ever did something like that, and said, "Oh, I don't like that guy," they say, "Well, he thinks so well of you."
Right.
But yes, Michelle, you made us laugh.
But then she did go into the whole reasons why, and then we were all kibitzing back and forth about kibitzing. That's an old name, isn't it? Or an old word.
Yeah.
Old world word. But then we all got into, the game and into the mindset and the mood. So we all started jumping in, and everybody had their answers. I don't remember what the next segment was.
I'm just going to say the ones like John had a lot of favorites, including Kathy Levin.
Yes.
PLJ.
And
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you John.
And he also really loved Joan Rivers. He said that she was another one of his favorites.
That's the first one that came up.
Yeah.
I think Dawn is too nice to say anything bad about anybody, so I don't think she had
a negative.
Negative, but she liked a lot, and she sort of agreed with her husband about Kathy Levin.
Yeah,
also.
that she's one of her favorites to watch.
But I think the next one might be you.
I think you picked on me. Okay. So this is what happened in our last segment. Who wasn't? I'll go into the category that Michelle went into.
Okay.
It's very disappointing behind the scenes and nasty, not only to his people, but to the QVC people. Oh, wait. It sounded like the audio cut out during the Zoom call. No, it did cut out during the Zoom call. I said, Paul, why are you doing it that way? He said, well, got to leave something open to.
What happens in the Zoom call
stays in the Zoom
call. Unless I decide to out you on the next show.
Yeah.
And that might still happen.
It's possible.
It wasn't like she said David Cassidy or anything like that.
We all really got to, I don't know, just be ourselves.
Yeah,
and I think that's also a case where in that Zoom call, we're all getting to know each other better. I mean, in the Sunday Fun Days like this, we've had so much fun and love seeing all the comments and really feel like we've gotten to know you guys, your personalities, your contributions to the different segments that we have on the show, the things that you love, the loyalty that you've had. And this way, we're really getting to know you that much better too.
Yeah.
And it becomes that much more personal. And, you could also do the Zoom call without your video on. I think a lot of people just say, well, it's not, TV's not my favorite thing. I like to watch it, but I really don't like the camera. So you can have your audio off. You can have your video off. You can just be a voyeur if you wanted to be, but be a part of the Zoom.
She didn't mention this the other
Jennifer
day.
Kirk. I thought about that as well. That's
Yeah.
really interesting because I thought about Jennifer Kirk. And of course, we had mentioned Nick Chavez. And there were just so many people that were so much fun to work with, and really, really neat people that you knew you were going to have a good time. Tony Bratton is another one who's now on QVC. So much fun just getting to know them. But Jennifer Kirk, of course, was a really big one. And it's funny that we're talking about this now because for everybody who's able to see this show and wanting to know more about some of the other shows that we've done. And what I started to say was being in the Zoom call also gave me the confidence to say, when you're going through something that's very, very difficult, you usually don't want to talk about it. You usually don't want to share it, especially when it comes to being so public about it and being a public figure. And normally I just kind of shut down And it was the Zoom call and that experience that made me say, you know what, I'm just going to tell you girls, this is what I've been going through.
Right.
This is what I've gone through. Surgery was 10 days ago. Now, and then we're talking about the exercising and what are you going to do to kind of get yourself back again, having good days, having bad days, having energy days, having non-energy days, trying to figure out what the next steps are, making the decisions about radiation and chemo and everything that's put in front of you. There's just so much to share. And I find it really refreshing because I almost feel like I'm growing up in the process. Like you're helping me to become a better person. And I wasn't thinking I was going to say that, but it's true. So that's what I really have enjoyed about this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you being a better person too?
No.
It's not changing him at all. You're still a curmudgeon?
Yes. But not with you.
But what I wanted to share with you is that if you did want to watch any of some of these other wonderful shows, here is the way that my channel looks on YouTube. And if you're on your phone, it looks like that. But this is really the home page. And the easiest way to navigate through is you'll see Sunday Fun Day is its own playlist. Get Fit with Judy is its own playlist. In the Kitchen with Paul and Judy is its own playlist. And even What's the Big Deal? Oh, thank you, Carol, is one of those playlists. So if you decide that you want to go and view more Sunday Fun Days, see where it says View Playlist at the bottom of each one of those playlists I just highlighted? You click that, View Full Playlist. All of them come up. And then you can scroll through and say, oh, I want to watch that one, or oh, that looked like it was going to be a good one, or oh, I'd like to see the 4th of July, or
the cooking videos.
Or the cooking videos, or going all the way, you just kind of keep scrolling down. And this, I think, would be one of your favorites to watch. Thanks, Michelle. Because this is another reason, this show right here was another reason that I was inspired to share my story. And this one was another reason I decided to share my story. These two shows that we did with two inspirational people, both of whom have gone through and went through really devastating experiences. Dan's wife died from stage 4, I think, ovarian cancer.
So.
Nick Chavez died from prostate cancer. Was it prostate that we determined? No, it wasn't prostate cancer. I said it in the Zoom call the other day. What was it? You guys will probably remember. Was it one of those devastating, like?
But he had it for a long time.
Yeah, he had it, but didn't know he had it. And then his mom died during COVID, and then he decided he was having terrible stomach pains. But
Pancreatic.
It was pancreatic cancer, and he thought that it was just from being devastated over his mom's dying. But that show that we did with both of those guys was just riveting. Yeah. And they were so uplifting and they were so positive, and everybody who watched those shows was so happy to see what they had to say, feel for them, understand them even more, get to know them better, almost like a behind the scenes, not from just being on stage, if you will, on stage, on camera, when you've got your face on, if you know what I mean. So the real personalities. But I love the camaraderie. Yes, I heard that Dan had gotten married again, and I haven't gotten in touch with him. I need to reach out because I'm so happy for him. That's really great. And who was it that we were talking to the other day? I think it was somebody actually who had written into me. Her name is Sherry. And she said, Judy, did you see that? And we were talking about this in the Zoom call too. Yeah. Lisa Robertson's engaged and she's getting married. It's like, yes, all these good things happening for people. And when bad things happen, you feel for them. And I think that this is such a neat way to be able to express your emotion and that you're out there rooting for them, At least I hope you're rooting for me. Maybe I shouldn't be so presumptuous.
I'm rooting for you.
You're rooting for me. No, it's all good. It's all going really, really well. So, but I just wanted to kind of bring some of those things up to encourage you, if you haven't yet, to take a look at our Patreon page and be more involved in the live shows, because it's things like this and the comments that you make. Oh, you do? Oh, that's great. I'm so glad. I think she's talking about our big deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Airedale turquoise.
And turquoise. Yep. And I can remind you of that too, because I just happened
to have. And by the way, all of you can give me subject matter to ask questions or that you want to ask of us.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
This is your show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is the big deal that Carol's talking about. That's the one that we have had for the month of July, and it's still over 50% off. So those just some different views, things that you can see by going on
Oh,
the
day
website.
after tomorrow, that's done, right?
You know, I think so. Although I think we also mentioned to you that
Oh, Tuesday.
there's not going to be a big deal on the first Friday of
Right.
August. Like, I think we've had big deals on the first Friday of the month for the last 2 years, which has been so cool. But they actually said, okay, we don't have enough quantity in any of the overstock. We have a lot of work to do. So let us get back to you. We need to skip. But this is the big deal for the month of July. And I think we said it was $69, set in sterling silver.
Yeah.
Minimum of 2 carats
And it's
in the peridot.
2 carats 15 average,
Mhm.
and big, was it a 15 by 20?
Yes, 15 by 20
which is a
millimeter
huge
turquoise.
turquoise.
Yeah. So the big deal, just
And
in
of course,
case you
sterling
were
silver and setting.
right, right. Yeah, exactly. You do. And I know that you guys feel like you know them from having watched them for so many years. Thank you, Carol. That's very, very kind of you. I appreciate that. And I think as a result, you're going to enjoy the little show clothes that I created for you. It's very special. And there's a,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little phrase in it that reminds me of Nick.
Yeah.
I miss him. We couldn't do the Sunday Funday show after we heard he passed.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was so hard. Anyway, see you next week. Have a great week, and thank you for being here.